How are you doing?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here today.
Me too.
You know, every day this week we are talking about difference makers, and you know, you can't get anything more positive than that, right?
You can't. Yesterday's show was so good. If you missed it, go watch it because
Definitely.
But make sure you have a box of Kleenex.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. All right, friends. Well, we have another great show for you today. So thank you so much for being with us. You're watching 3 Themes at 3, where theme number 1 is something to smile about. Theme number 2 is something to learn. And theme number 3 is something to discover. Let's go. All right, welcome back, everyone. We're so happy to be here, and thank you for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon / evening for some of you.
Yeah,
on the East Coast. Yeah. So I know for some people they go, it's right in the middle of dinner. You know, it's yeah, you could just enjoy eating with us.
I've done it before. Comment
A time or two. Exactly. All right. Hi, Susan from Sacramento, California. And Barb is here, and so is Joyce. So happy to see you. Hello, Lynn and Sable from Oklahoma. And, you know, we love it. We love when you come. And guess what else we love, Cheri?
Oh, I already know.
We love it when we have people come join us.
The cutest people.
Oh my goodness. Shout out to Christine because she is celebrating her 60th birthday. Woo! She's the one with the tiara. You gotta love that. These ladies came all the way from North Carolina just to be here. Is that crazy?
But we love it.
I know.
We love that kind of crazy.
We love that crazy. Exactly. Woohoo! So very, very fun. We're so happy that they decided to come out here. You have no idea like what that means to me, ladies. Like seriously, I will never forget. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And how fun to take a trip with girlfriends.
Exactly. I'm like, do I have to work today?
Cheri,
can I go with them?
I know. Let's just tag along with them for a little bit. They're having way too much fun.
Yes, they are.
And they went and just saw Kimberbell and got to meet Kim, which was really kind of fun to hear about that. And I don't know, it's just such a good feeling.
They've been shopping downstairs.
Oh, have they been shopping? Yeah, they have. So nice work, ladies. You did well. All right, everyone. Well, you know, if you're ever in the Logan, Utah area, or just make a trip for it, right? We would love to have you come and see us. So let's go ahead and get started with today, something to make you smile. As you know, all this week we've been talking about difference makers, and we wanted to highlight some different organizations that I think in our community will really touch us. I think each one of us have talents that we can share with others, and I think it's important that we, you know, are able to just have that connection with other people. And so today is no different. However, we do have a call out that we had made asking for difference makers in our own girlfriend community. We wanted to hear from you, and if there was someone that you wanted to nominate and say, hey, this person is making a difference, we wanted to hear about them. So this is who we're highlighting today. Let's take a look. Melody Small actually sent this in to us. And so, surprise, Janet. You might be surprised to see this, but I love it. She said, my friend Janet Carpenter lost her 16-year-old daughter, Sophia, to a drunk driver. Since then, she has started a foundation in her daughter's memory. She rescues dogs from the shelter and trains them to become service animals for veterans. She is truly amazing. She has been given a governor's award for her charity. Wow.
Wow. That hits in all the spots.
All the spots, right? And the organization is called Sophie's Companions for Veterans. I love that.
So sweet.
What, talk about being able to take something that was just a horrible, tragic thing to have happen in your life, and to be able to turn it around into something that can truly help another person. It's so commendable.
Yes. And you probably don't know the outreach of that, as far
Exactly.
as the difference she's
idea.
making in those lives of those veterans.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. So thank you so much, Melody, for sending that into us. And thank you, Janet, for what you're doing. I love this. I love this.
me too.
Big or small, it all adds up. That's what I like to say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty special.
It is.
I know, you're kind of on the verge of tears right now, aren't you?
I'll just be quiet for a minute.
Yeah. Very, very special.
I don't see the Kleenexes here.
Right, right. Oh my goodness, so good. So thank you for being a difference maker. And it's all of a sudden they just appear out of the blue.
Cool.
It's because one of our core values here at Girlfriends.
You got my back.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's right. I've got your back. It's one of the things that we teach and preach around here. I've got your back. So thanks, Haley.
Yeah.
Nice job. Well done. All right. We hope that brought a smile to your face, maybe even a tear to your eye, too. But I have something else really special to share with you today as well. Now, as we were thinking about what we wanted to share all this week, I came across the most amazing documentary that I couldn't wait to be able to share with all of you today. This has been months in the making that I have been preparing for this, knowing that this day would come, and it is something that I think is really special because the woman who wrote and directed this documentary, her name is Jennifer McShane, and I've never met her. I just reached out to her through social media, and actually she was going to be a guest with us today, and due to some unforeseen circumstances, she couldn't be with us. We're going to have her back in January, though. I know it's a ways away, but this woman is very, very busy. So I was kind of disappointed that certain things happen, but like I say, everything's figure-outable. And I thought, you know what, I still want to show you the trailer of this documentary, because I think what it does is it sets us up to realize and recognize that no matter what your circumstances are, everyone can do something. And I don't think there's a more powerful example than this documentary called, the title is called The Quilters. And they're probably not who you would expect to be a quilter. Am I right, Cheri?
No, probably not.
Probably not. Us quilters, we kind of have there's a little bit of a stereotype, for good or bad, right? But this is a group of men who are incarcerated in a Missouri prison. And they have been able to make some changes in their life. They will never be out of prison. They've done some horrible things, right? However, these men have been able to do what they can to make a difference despite their circumstances. And so I want to be able to share just a little trailer with you and have you follow the Quilters documentary, because it's actually being seen in different parts of the country and different indie festivals right now. And then in January, we'll have Jennifer back and she'll share with us more about it.
That'll be amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait. So let's go ahead and take a look.
This environment, it's a jungle. All the other guys don't even have a clue how we feel up here. Oops, wrong side.
They call them sharps.
We're a little community within a big community. Organized chaos is the easiest way to describe that movie.
I let my demon out a few times in prison, and I'm not proud of it.
They may or may not have a date. They may not be going home.
It's just hard to talk about. Around here, anybody can get in trouble.
We just trying to do better. We all ain't perfect, but we trying. This what puts me on the outside. When I do this, I don't even be in here.
All the feels.
All the fills.
What are your thoughts, Cheri?
I love that not only are they doing this, but they're doing it for another group of people that need someone to give them hope.
Yes.
So
I love that too. And so I think it's something that we can all learn from, is that despite our circumstances and just the idea that everyone can make a positive difference somehow, no matter, you know, what you've done in your past, it's like we can change. And we can do something to make things better in the world.
today's that day I'm going to make a little bit of a difference to someone.
Yes,
So.
exactly, big or small. So definitely follow the Quilters. You can find the documentary on Facebook and follow where they're going to be headed for showing the documentary. And then again in January, I look forward to bringing Jennifer back on and us having a more in-depth conversation. What was it like to go in there, and what were these men like, and what, you know, opportunities have they been given to truly make a difference? And I'd just love to hear more about that, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So very cool. All right. Well, we hope that we brought a smile to you today for theme number 1. We're
Or
ready.
maybe some tears.
Or maybe some
It's the
tears,
same.
for sure. Exactly. And I love this. Sandy said, that's so cool, being a part of the solution and being the change. And that's exactly right. Yep. And I think, you know, we're going to talk more tomorrow about the foster care system and how we can help with that too. But I love that these men were then donating to the foster care system, which I think is so, so important, and I think oftentimes overlooked.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and so, you know, everyone deserves to feel love, and whether you're a, you know, 80-year-old man who's done some awful things in your life, or you're a child who had no choice,
Or I think even to give love.
and to give love, because it's huge, right?
Yes, it is.
It's huge.
It is.
It's
it makes you
huge.
feel important
Yeah.
to be able to give love to other people.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely, absolutely. So, pretty cool story. All right, my friends. Well, so for theme number 2, what we decided we'd do is let's put together a super simple, fast, easy quilt that anybody can make. And the best part is you could do it in 2 hours or less. Do you believe me? Quilted, bound, you name it. The whole thing for a baby quilt, okay, I'll say it's a baby quilt, but you could do it in 2 hours or less. And today I'm going to do it on the serger.
All right.
You don't have to do it on the serger. You can do it on the sewing machine, but today we're going to do it on the serger. I'm super excited. So Cheri and I are going to head over to the sewing station to be able to do that. And while we do, let's go ahead and take a quick look at how you can actually create your own wire-edged ribbon on the serger.
Hi, it's Kris from My Girlfriend's Cool Shop, and today let's make a wire edge ribbon on the Baby Lock Triumph serger. First off, let's pull out the elastic foot for the serger, and I'm going to use some 26 gauge floral wire. I'm going to place the wire right in this hole and just pull it through so that on the back it rides in that groove. Attach my foot. I have my machine set up to be a 3-thread roll temp. Now my wire has been serged through on both sides. and I'm ready to make my bow. And there you go. We have a wire edge ribbon. Now there's no holding back of all the fun you can have for gift givings, home decor, and more.
All right, here we go. I have to mention Sue's comment right there. Do you see that? Very, very sweet. If you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and share it.
Okay.
Okay. She said, my husband was in the foster care system as a young teen, and he very easily could have ended up like those men, as he had no guidance. Also, what a blessing those men are to make a gift for those kids. So many of the kids have nothing. Thank you so much for sharing that, Sue. And that really is true, isn't it?
It is true. Like,
Yeah.
we've worked with those kids before with some of the stuff we've done, and it is so sad when you hear some of their circumstances.
Absolutely. All right, so today we're going to show you a really easy, fast quilt that you can do. And there's a couple organizations I want to highlight for this, because if you're looking for something that you want to be able to donate to charity, there's really, there's so many different resources out there. However, two in particular that I'd love to highlight right now is one, and many of you are familiar with them, Project Linus. All right, Project Linus is an organization that accepts quilts, and there's chapters all over the country. And donation centers. We happen to be a donation center as well. So, if you're in the area and you want to drop off quilts, we would love to be able to donate those. So, Project Linus, very, very important. You can find out more information. We have a QR code on the screen right there to learn more about them, projectlinus.org. The second organization that is very, very similar is called Quilts for Kids, and you can also find out more information from them at quiltsforkids.org. Be sure, if you're on your phone, just take a little snapshot on your camera, and it will take you right to their website to learn more about how you can help that organization. Again, different chapters all over the country. So, you ready to get started with the project?
Ready.
All right, so let's take a look. This is, again, very, very simple. It's going to use 5 different fabrics, and this is a quilt-as-you-go method. So what exactly is a quilt-as-you-go, Cheri?
It means you quilt as you go.
Wow! Who knew?
I'm so smart.
I know, exactly.
It means
Who
as,
knew?
as you do that block, you're going to do the quilting, and then when you get all done, you're all
It's
the way
finished.
done, because all of the quilting's already been done.
Even, the back is on there as well.
Yes.
So you can see the back of my quilt here. And
What
some
you
people go,
might
what
not
in
be
the
able to see,
world?
because it might be blowing your mind, is there
Yeah.
are little lines where that goes together.
There are.
But it doesn't matter. It all looks
Here,
like
let's
one.
go ahead and show that up close right there. All right, so yep, it all looks like one. But you know what? I was thinking the other day when I was putting this together, I said, you could have essentially a reversible quilt.
Yeah, you
if you
could.
wanted different patches here and they were different patches here, that would be fine, right?
It
You could
wouldn't
totally
matter.
do that, exactly. So here we go. You ready to do this?
I am ready.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, but by the way, I have a pattern for everyone, and it is free for everyone. I didn't quite feel like I could charge for something that I'm asking you to do charity for. So please take the pattern and feel free to share it with others. The center block right here starts out at 7.5 by 7.5 inches. Now, this same idea you can use for, it's the same technique, right? No matter what you do. Let me kind of guide you with how this is going to go. We first add on this one, then we're going to add on a second block that's the same, and now we go into a clockwise formation. This one will be the next piece that I add on. Then we come around. Whee, that was so fun. Whee, that was so fun. And we just keep going around and around clockwise until we have like a basic log cabin. So this quilt actually ends up measuring 35 by 35 inches. All right?
Which is a perfect little kid's quilt.
It really is. I mean, baby or toddler, it wouldn't
Yeah,
matter.
They're great to carry around, a little bit to snuggle.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and take a look at my first
Now, did we
block.
talk? I think we did, but this
Yeah.
one she did on the sewing machine, but we're going to be doing it on the serger.
I actually did this, well, yes and no. I pieced it on the serger and I quilted it on the sewing machine.
Okay.
Yeah. Now today, we're gonna do,
We're going to do the opposite.
no, we're gonna do it even more. Because we not only have the Triumph serger set up, but I also said, but wait, wouldn't it be cool
There's more.
if we could do the brand new Applaud? And so we're going to do both today for this quilt. All right, so again, those of you who don't have a serger, you can still do it with a sewing machine. Got it? All right, so let's take a look down here. 7.5 inch square is what I started with. And I added some project batting. Now I decided to use Kimberbell project batting because it's nice and dense and thin. That's what I want on this quilt. And I have my backing. Sandwiched those together, and then I took it to the Applaud, and if we can get a little more up close on this, this is that beautiful brand new stitch that the
With
Applaud
some
is known
such
for.
fun threads in there.
Yeah, I know. Look at the sparkle. I'm loving it. Yeah. Patty says, "Dear Santa." That's exactly right.
I hope you've been good, Patty.
All right. Now, the first thing we're going to do is obviously we're going to do our little quilt sandwich. Now, let's get to the fun part of actually adding everything on. Okay. So, let's pull the camera back just a little bit. So in order to do the whole thing, front, back binding, all at the same time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-cut all of my pieces, to my backing pieces, to be about a 1/2 inch larger than the front. Again, all the instructions are found on the downloadable pattern. But I like to do that, you don't have to, but I like to do it a little bit bigger so that when I quilt it, I have a little wiggle room to square up if I need to.
That is always a good idea.
Always a good idea.
We always need a wiggle room.
Exactly. Now let's think about this, Cheri. If I have my backing, normally we would have the right side down, right?
Yes.
However, with this method, we need to have it right side up. So you are seeing this correctly. It should be right side up. And then I take my first piece. Notice I have my backing. Oh, look at this. We now have
Right sides
right
together.
sides together. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm going to put right sides together, but that's the backing. And then I take my front piece. This is the next piece I want to add on to my log cabin block. All right. So I also cut a 7.5 by 7.5 inch square. And then I'm going to just place it right there on top. And yes, this is bigger. That's fine. That's what I want. Again, to be able to square up later. Now, you can see I have backing right side up. It's sitting next to the backing right here. And then I have my front right side down. All right. I'm lining up everything along the right hand edge. Now I'm going to take my piece of batting, and I also like to cut this about a 1/2 inch bigger as well, and I place that directly on top. All right, so that's how the quilt sandwich goes, my friends. All right, so I'm going to hand this over to Cher Bear, and she's going to take it to the serger and serge all the way down. Now I have the serger set up at a 4-thread overlock. All
And
right,
I
Cheri.
love how it does the seams.
Yeah, well, it's going to make it so nice and flat. Now, kind of the thing that I like about this method of doing a quilt as you go, and what some might not like about it, is that you do have the batting in the seam. But I'll show you why this is really cool. Let's take a look right here and open this up. One of the reasons why I like to use the serger on it is because it's going to make that seam really nice, flat, tight.
Very
right?
tight, yeah.
Very tight. So is there a little extra bulk in that seam? Yes. However, if you're using that really thin batting, you're using a serger, it's going to be so much easier. Now, if you don't have a serger, what I would recommend is you could do an overlock stitch on your sewing machine or even a zigzag stitch. I would make sure the zigzag stitch is a little tighter. I'm going to tell you at the end an alternate way of doing this as well. Okay, so I'm opening this up and I open this up. What? Now look at that. I have my front done. Now turn this over and ta-da, I have my back done at the same time.
Nice.
How cool is that? All right, so now this is where I would add, let's see, if you have like a little 505 spray adhesive, you could just do a little dash right there just to hold it down. I'm going to go ahead, Cheri, and just trust that you can hold this all together pretty well, right?
Okay.
You got this, girl. So when I was at home and I did this one, I didn't have the applaud with me. And so I just used my sewing machine, and you can see here that I just did the wave stitch, just like a curvy wave on my sewing machine, and just went all the way down with those stitches, okay?
Even the straight stitch is going to be really
The straight
cute.
stitch would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That wouldn't be a problem at all either. All right. And I would also take it to the iron and just like give it a really good press. But we happen to have the applaud here. And the applaud is what does these cool stitches. So Cheri, are you excited to try this out?
I am.
Okay. So she's going to hold it together and now we quilt. All right. Here you go, my friend. We want to start in the fabric.
And I'm going to start just off of it in that batting. So that's kind of nice.
Perfect.
That's a little bit bigger.
Yeah. And you can just run it right off. And now, because you've run it right off, you don't have to worry about starting it in the fabric again if you didn't want to. But this is where you're just going to have some fun with those stitches.
Yes, this is fun. If you need me.
You know where to find you, right?
Hang on. What are we doing here? We're going to cut it off. There we go.
Okay. Woohoo.
Does this cut it?
Yeah, you could cut it that way, or there's a side cutter, or I have some scissors.
Hand me some scissors.
If you like some scissors, you got it. I got your back.
We'll do that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Look how fun that is.
Look at that. All right. So obviously, you know, you can take it to the iron and just make sure that everything is nice and flat. Patty says, this looks like fun. It really is. And this is now the time when I would do the trimming, all right? So I'm just trimming right along the edge of my front. That's why my front is always the exact size I want, but it's the batting and the backing that's about a 1/2 inch bigger, okay? All right, so Christy has a question and wants to know if 505 gums up the needles. No, it really doesn't. Now, I will tell you, you give it a light spray.
Yes,
Don't be like, right? And one of the things that you could use is like, what do they call them? The Teflon needles. All right, or the anti-glue needles. We have those on our website. If you have trouble with stickiness or anything like that, those kind of needles work out really well for you. All right.
And Kimberly was asking, do the stitches line up? No. Go for it. You could make them line up.
You could make them line up,
You could make them line up, but really?
You were just having fun
I was
with
just
that.
having fun. It's not really going to matter because
No.
they each will have their own. I mean, if you wanted to sew a certain pattern, you could do that.
Yeah, you really could. Look how cute these stitches
They're
are.
a darling.
I love it. All right, so there's no rhyme or reason here. So,
I like that.
yeah,
I can
me
do that.
too, me too, sister. All right, So let's go ahead and we're going to add on one more block just for the sake of being able to have that review as to how did I sandwich this together. So this is what I'm going to do. I want to add the block right here. So the first thing I'm going to do, I want you at home to be thinking about this. What are the steps?
Are they going to get it right?
I don't know. Let's see. Oh, we have such a smart audience. They'll get it right. Absolutely. We're going to go ahead and put the backing fabric down first. Now remember, this is right side up. Right side up, all right? And it's a little bit bigger than what I've cut on the front. All right, so with it right side up, Cheri, I'm going to test you. How do I position this fabric?
You need a little RST, right sides together, so the backing is going to go right with the other backing.
Exactly. Those two pretty fabrics are going to give each other a smooch, right? So, that's right. So I'm going to place it right here. And then we've got the front that's going to go right side down.
So the right sides together.
Again,
keep telling yourself
a
that.
little kissy kiss going on right there, smooch. Okay, so right sides together. And finally, we put the batting on top. All right. Now, if you need to put a few clips in here, you certainly could do that. And don't be afraid to, when you go to the machine, to readjust. You know, don't just go all crazy and put the pedal to the metal, right? You might have to do a little readjustment too. Exactly. All right, so that's all you have to do.
I am kind of loving this Triumph Applaud setup.
Me too, because you know what I was thinking the other night? I said, oh, I want to use like the chain stitch on my Triumph to do the quilting. But then I didn't want to have to change it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
I mean, not that that's hard.
It's not hard, but you know what?
This
These
is
are
really
first world
nice.
problems, right?
Right. And you could have the
Oh,
applaud.
heaven forbid I have to change it. So,
with its air threading and its...
I know. I'm spoiled. What can I say? So, so we're going to go ahead and stitch all the way down. Deb says now she wants a Triumph. I thought she had one. I guess not, Deb.
She needs one.
You do need one.
Now-
I love my Triumph.
I do
never
too.
thought I would need a serger, ever, 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 ever. And they're on sale right
They
now.
are on sale.
A really good sale.
And there's just so many uses that you didn't know you needed it for.
Exactly. Okay, look how simple this is coming together. This is why I call it the 2-hour quilt, because it honestly is. It's so fast to do. Just cut out all your pieces beforehand. I mean, look at how it finishes that seam. Okay, let's take a look. All right, you ready, my friends? Woohoo! Nice job. Look at that beautiful serged edge. Love it. Okay, let's open it up.
Let's make sure we caught everything.
Yeah, since
All of a
Cheri was
sudden I
getting
got
all
really nervous.
Exactly.
I think we did it.
Yes, we did. All right, you can see that that's opened up, and then
And I am trimming off just a teeny
tit.
little bit, like this.
Yep.
So you can see
And
that.
you can see here that it's done. Now, you're going to start getting into bigger pieces. I would definitely use a little 505 spray adhesive, or even the Quilters Fuse, the powder, works really well right here as well. And then you go ahead and do that. In fact, Cheri, on this one, I'm
Should we
going to
go
have,
press it?
yeah, let's press this.
All right.
Let's do that. Because you're going to want to use an iron with a lot of steam on this. You just really want all those layers to go together, you know, pretty nice and tight. So while you are doing that, let me explain something else that you could do. If the batting is driving you crazy in the seam, one other thing you could do is you could just eliminate the batting when you first serge those two together, or if you sewed together, okay? Cut your batting a little bit shorter and then just insert it in, okay? And you're just butting that edge right up against the seam.
Or buy yourself a Laura Star, because
that Laura Star worked pretty dang well, didn't it? Oh my gosh. Look at that. We should have had you do that in the first place,
I
right?
know. What were we thinking?
Oh my gosh, you guys, if you could touch through the screen. Oh my goodness, that is so nice and flat. Touch-o-vision, exactly. That is flat. Okay, Cher Bear, I'm gonna let you have the applaud again because.
Stop.
Huh?
I'm gonna let you have the
I'm
applaud.
gonna have.
I thought that was a great
and
sentence.
you get an applaud, and you get an applaud, and you get an applaud back there. Yeah, 60th birthday. Oh my goodness, yes.
I thought you were having an Oprah moment.
Oh my goodness, too funny. So Cindy said she loves this method, and she's so glad she's going to be a great aunt.
Oh,
Yay!
fun.
How exciting, Cindy. So Kay has a question. How else can you use the applaud? She has an ovation. The applaud is not only, it is a cover stitch machine. So the way they came out with this new one is that you have these top decorative threads that can go along the top. But if you don't want those top decorative threads, you can actually still use it as a cover stitch. Now, you have the ovation, okay, which is just, it does have the cover stitch already, but tell me the truth, do you like having to switch back and forth? I don't like switching back and forth, so I think Mama needs a new applaud. Mike, are you listening? Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, obviously, yes, it can be done, but especially, I would say, only if you're using it a lot, if you're using the cover stitch a lot, I would definitely have an applaud.
Well, and it has some different stitches. It stitches differently.
Yeah, it does
So,
stitch differently.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Sherry, what do you think over there?
I'm like really
Okay,
loving it.
we could be here all day with
Yeah.
Sherry, having fun with that applaud.
Except
but,
I'm almost out of thread on the one side.
okay, there we go. All right. Someone asked earlier, how do you find out about the Triumph deal? Give us a call because it is an incredible deal. These are, I mean, we can get you a brand new one, but we have some amazing deals because we had brought them in from for Tug. And in fact, we can even pull that graphic up right now. The special Tug machine deals. You can rewatch our exclusive online launch party for special Tug pricing on the Altera 2 and the Triumph. But the deals run through September 30th. And so, yeah, they're pretty amazing deals.
I love that Liz is, helping you out there with Mike. Christmas is only 13 weeks away.
There you go. Thanks, Liz. Oh, Leanie's on here too. Leanie just bought a Triumph at Tug.
Oh.
And she says, best deal ever. It really is. It's a good one.
Yeah.
So if you're in the market looking for a serger, give us a call because it really is that good. All right, let's take a look back at this. Right here, you can see Sherry was having some fun. And obviously, if you're at home, I mean, you could do all kinds of things. Or you could quilt it on your sewing machine. And I'm just gonna trim this up. All right. All right, what do you guys think so far? Are you following along with this process? I hope I have been able to simplify that for you.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to come together so quickly.
It
and like
really
you said,
is.
it's going to be all quilted.
Yeah.
When you're done.
All done. So when it's done, it really is done. You don't have to take it and do any long arming with it. You don't have to do any of that. And of course, you'd use prettier threads than what we used here. Oh my gosh, why did I choose green? I don't know, because it was available, right?
Was.
But look, you could have a completely different, look on the back than you do on the front. So Very cool. Did you understand, Cheri, when I said you could just insert the batting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to
you would
make
do
sure.
your seam, and then you would
Yeah.
just use your 505 spray to just kind of get that in there so it wasn't in the seam.
And you would just kind of butt it up right against
Yep.
it. You just have to want to make sure that you get that quilted right in there so
Yeah.
that it doesn't come up on you, but you could absolutely do that as well. So anyway, this is what you do, and you just follow the same steps. Let's see, remember we started here, we went to here, here's next, and then you keep going around and around. And so my pattern that I put together for you, let's take a look right here, is the Quilt-as-You-Go 2-hour baby quilt. And again, it is a free download. You can find it on our website at mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com. And also the QR code's on the screen, but if you don't do QR codes, just head over to My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop and you'll find it under new releases. Okay, so free pattern, go ahead and download that today. And again, this finishes at 35 by 35. But Cheri, what would you do if you wanted it bigger?
Do another row.
You just keep adding, exactly. So, and pretty soon you'll have this darling little log cabin baby quilt. And this is for a special new great niece I'm about to have.
How fun.
I know, I'm done. I'm done with the baby gift. Well, kind of. I'll probably add a little something. But yeah, I know the grandma is watching right now.
I saw
the grandma
the
is
grandma.
watching. But I think this was really fun to make. So anyway.
It's so cute.
Yeah. So, all right. Any other questions before we end that one?
Someone did, yes.
Okay, Janine, give us a call about the Laura Star iron, and we can help you out
And
with
someone
that.
also asked what stitches we were using on the Triumph.
Yeah.
It was a 4-thread overlock, and on the Applaud,
The applaud's just the cover
it's
stitch, the wide cover
stitch
stitch.
with
and-
decorative threads is
Yep.
what it was. So yeah.
And for those of you who are serger owners, I have on here what your settings should be. Okay, so you can put that in a file, you know, put it in your binder, whatever, and your settings are right there. Okay, so that's it.
I love it.
That's it. All right, my friends. Well, that wraps things up for theme number 2. We got a few more fun things to talk about for theme number 3. And while we do so, let's take a quick look at what you may have missed during our book week.
We looked at each other and just shook our heads.
We said,
Are
no,
you kidding
no.
me?
I said, you're going to have to go home and change.
Yeah, exactly.
And she goes,
Last week's 3 at 3 shows are something you definitely don't want to miss.
if you love book clubs, then last week's shows were for you. We talked about The Nightingale, The Boys in the Boat, and The Giver of Stars. Each story was really amazing.
Then we took inspiration from each of these books and made some really beautiful items that you can use in your home and in your everyday life.
Just follow the links below to catch up on all the fun we had.
If you haven't discovered 3 at 3 yet, it's a show that covers everything quilting and sewing. This show encompasses the whole you and your creative way of life.
Remember, 3 at 3 is live Monday through Thursday at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, where we always have something to make you smile, something to learn, and something to discover. Let's go! All right, so to answer a few questions for you, Donna is asking what are the decorative threads we used?
So it is the Razzle Dazzle by Ricky Timms, and it's a Superior Threads. And
Okay, and I believe that's a 12 weight. So
I think so
you
too.
can go
It
thick.
doesn't
You can
say,
go
but-
thicker. If you go thicker, it's the size is smaller. Anyway, but yeah. So it is a 12 weight decorative thread Razzle Dazzle. Cindy has a good suggestion. You can embroider all the birth information on the quilt too,
Oh, very
which
good
I
idea.
think is a really fun idea. And Jackie is asking, can the wire ribbon be made on all sergers? And the answer is, if your serger can do a rolled hem, then yes. So, like you couldn't do the wire edge ribbon on a cover stitch machine like the Applaud or the Euphoria, for example. But if you have a serger that's an overlock machine that can also do a rolled hem, that's what you want in order to do the wire edged ribbon. So I hope that answered your question, Jackie. All right, great questions. We love when they come in. All right, so theme number 3, something to discover. If you love this idea of doing quilt as you go, there's another product out there that I think might just be a discovery for you that a lot of people may not know about. And that is called Sash in a Dash. Gotta love it, right?
Yes.
Sash in a Dash. Same makers as Zippity Doo Done. You know what that tells me? It's fast and easy, right?
You're right.
Don't go there, Cheri. I know what you're thinking.
Left.
All right. Woo! Just left. Okay, good. Out the door. All right. So what am I talking about with Sash in the Dash? This is a sashing that is already done for you, and it's been stitched. So look at this, my friends. Let's say you have some quilt blocks, especially that have been pre-quilted, for example.
This is what, or pre-embroidered type of
Pre-embroidered.
things.
If you've got, you know, an embroidery machine and you've done embroidered blocks, look at what you could do here. All you do is you open this up, place that in there, and then you top stitch down. I mean, come on, does it get any easier than that?
It doesn't.
I don't
looking
think
for another
so.
block?
I was looking for another block. Yeah.
some fabric.
Let's pretend that this is a quilted block. So then what you would do this obviously all the way down. And then you come here and you just put it in there.
I know this is
How
a
cool
technique
is
I saw
that?
once, and that's what blew my mind because I was like, how does it go together?
And then you
And-
have it on the back too.
Yeah.
Yes, Cindy said it's great for t-shirt quilts.
Ooh, very
Yes.
good idea. I love that.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my heck. Marcia, you're cracking me up. Well, I'm cracking myself up in my head. Kris is cracking herself up in her head right now because I read her comment, great for t-shirts, my girlfriend's quilt shop. I thought she wanted us to do fast and easy on the t-shirts.
I didn't say it, Marcia. Let's just be clear.
Okay, so I was not reading, you know, the things that happen when you're trying to read the screen and do this all at the same time. So they have, I mean, this is pretty cool. Again, yeah, t-shirt quilts. So they have red, gray, black, white, and navy is the ones that we carry. Now, here's the other thing. If you don't want to have the seam down the middle, you know what you could do? You could put ribbon and top stitch ribbon down the middle. You could take fabric and do that, or you could use like a decorative stitch on your sewing machine
Or chenille.
and do that. Chenille would be darling. So lots of
Couching.
ideas, Marcia's. Oh, that's so funny. So couching, all kinds of things. So we do not have this on our website quite yet, but we will have it available very soon. But I wanted to fill you in on this little discovery. So if you're interested in doing something like this, this is called Sash in a Dash, again, for those Quilt-as-You-Go projects. All right. That is that. Now, let's talk about a couple other things real quick.
What is today?
Today's the 24th. Yay! We know what the 24th is.
Look how
That means
adorable.
kitchen kits are available. Aren't those so stinking cute? So we've got them here in person too. You got to see. If you haven't picked up your kitchen kits yet, I'm just letting you know, don't delay because these go fast every month. So this one right here is the mummy face. And Allison and, was it Debbie, I think
think
talked
so.
about this last week of how to put this together. And then here's your accompanying little tea towel, a face only a mummy could love. That's right, a face only a mummy could love. And then you have your hot pad, and these are done on All of these are done on the sewing machine. However, those of you with embroidery machines, you can do this one on the embroidery machine and this one on the embroidery machine. This is still going to be sewing machine.
And that one's that
But
free,
it's so
wild,
easy.
yeah.
It's so simple.
yeah.
So don't let that intimidate you. But aren't those adorable?
They are so
and
cute.
so we have the kits available. And again, the glitter applique sheets, the tea towels, the fabric, everything, the pattern is included
And those
for
tea towels are
$24.
darling.
Yeah, they are way, way cute. I love them. So anyway, kind of fun. Make sure and pick those up. Kitchen kits. And then last but not least, we want to remind you that next week we are talking hot cocoa commotion, and we want your hot cocoa concoctions.
Say that again.
Yes, again. So if you'll share with us something that you enjoy putting in your hot cocoa, I got a feeling we're going to get all kinds of answers, just saying. And but we want to hear about it. So share with us, send us an email, shoot it off. If you have pictures, that would even be better. If you don't, that's okay, but send it to marketing@mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com or info@mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com. Lisa, they are not all embroidery. The only ones that are embroidery is A Face Only a Mummy Could Love, is done on the embroidery machine, or sewing, and the spider is done that way. The mummy is sewing only. All right. Leanne's asking you a question, Cheri.
Yes, I will.
You
Here,
will.
you can come pick it up. No, it really is not that hard.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It is. It's kind of that free and easy.
Yeah.
Just go at it, Leanne.
There
You've
you
got
go.
this.
You absolutely got this.
But
yeah.
let's hang out. We can sew together.
All right, friends. Thanks so much for being with us today. We hope we've been able to bring a smile to you today. Hope that we've inspired you to try something new. Enjoy doing all the things you love. Keep doing it. It's what brings us so much joy in life, for sure.
And go make a difference.
And go make a difference. What was the quote yesterday? Something to the effect of, if we just did one random act of kindness daily, we might just set the world in the right direction.
Amen.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
Why not? All right, friends, have a great rest of your day. Hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.